Okay, eyes and ears. All right, today we're going to be doing another unit on physical and chemical characteristics, and we're describing in the bag. Can somebody tell me what we're doing today? Yes.
We're going to be doing our physical properties worksheet, and then we're going to define the. Oh, wait, hold on. We just got the.
What's it
define
say?
the the physical properties of just what we have in our bags.
Okay. Can somebody else repeat what we're doing today? Who can repeat what he just said? Go, Hazel.
We're going to be writing down what we do on the worksheet, and we're going to be describing the physical properties of what's in our bag.
Describing physical properties and what's in your bag, right?
Yes.
Okay. Couple questions before we get started. Okay. If you have a pencil and a pen in front of you, everybody have a pencil, right? Yeah. Everybody hold up a pencil. Okay. I got a pen right here. I'm going to use this one. Okay. How do we describe what's the difference between a pencil and a pen? What would be a good description of, say, a pencil or a pen? What would be one physical property that we could say the difference between a pen and a pencil? What would be one?
Lead.
Lead?
Yeah.
Okay, a little bit more descriptive, but that's a good start. Lead is great. And lead tells us what? What does lead tell us? Is it a pen or a pencil?
Pencil.
Is it what?
Pencil.
What?
Pencil.
Pencil. You got to speak loud. It's got a pencil. All right. What else?
Pen permanent.
What?
Pen permanent.
Pen is permanent?
Yeah.
Pen is like, what do you mean by permanent?
Like it can't be erased.
It can't be erased? So what can't be erased, though?
Ink.
Ink. Okay, so is that a property that we can use to describe between a pen and a pencil? Okay, you just said it can't be erased, but an ink, we can't erase that, right? Okay, that's good. Yeah, Cooper.
One uses liquid to write, and one's a solid.
One's a liquid, one's a solid. There we go. Now we're starting to think. Okay, one's a liquid, one's a solid. What else can we use that distinguishes between a pencil and a pen? Ryder.
One's primarily made of wood, and the other one's primarily made of plastic.
Primarily wood and plastic. Like this pen right here. How can we describe this pen right here?
Plastic.
Plastic. What else?
Colorful.
Colorful? Like, be more specific.
It's instead of being a normal yellow or brown pencil, it's colorful and purple.
Purple. Is that a good description? Purple?
It also has a bit of rubber on it.
It's shaped.
Okay. But wouldn't that distinguish a difference, right? Yeah. Yeah, if I had two pens here, we all know that we got ink or liquid in it, right?
Yeah.
And then how do we distinguish between the two here?
The color.
What about the color?
The
One
colors
is
are
a
different.
black and the other one's purple.
One is black and one is purple. Do you see the difference? Okay, very good. All right, next question. How do we tell the difference between all of the objects we encounter in everyday lives? So give me an example of an object that you would encounter in everyday life, something that we every day. Cooper.
A cup.
A cup? How would you describe a cup?
Some of them are made of plastic, and some of them are made of glass.
Glass, okay. And we know the difference between glass and plastic. What would be, I have one right here. Here's a plastic one. Okay, and then I have a glass one over here. Or better yet, I'll use this one.
One's glass, one's plastic.
Huh?
One's glass, one's plastic.
Are they both clear?
Yes.
Yeah, so what's distinguished between the two here? What can we say? Good descriptive.
One's harder than the other one.
One's harder than the other one?
Glass is brittle and it will break easier.
Brittle, break easier. What?
One is taller than the other.
One's taller than the other? So you could tell it between plastic and glass by one being taller?
Oh, no.
Could you? Could you?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could, couldn't you? Yes.
The sound it makes when you set it on the table.
The sound it makes when we set it on the table. Okay, the sound. What else? What else can we use to distinguish this? Give me another description, because now we're looking at two clear cups. Two clear cups. We got, what do we have? We have sound, and we have, what did you say? One's could be break a lot easier than the other one. What else?
One has measurements.
One has measurements. Okay. One has writing on it, right? Yep. What else?
Heavy.
Huh?
One of them is heavy.
State louder.
One of them is heavy.
Yeah, one of them's heavy, right? Here. Could you tell the difference between a glass and plastic? Because they're what? Heavy. Yes, you are correct. Good. All right. So now, what are we doing today in our lab? What are we supposed to be doing today? Somebody tell me.
We're gonna identify the things in our bag and
You're going to identify the things in your bag. How do we identify them? What are we going to be using? Yes?
We're going to identify by their physical properties.
By the physical properties. Excellent. Okay, can somebody repeat that real quick? Who can repeat that?
We're going to be identifying the things in our bag by their physical properties.
Okay, do we need to make a list
Yes.
of everything? All right, let's do that. Get that stuff out in your bag. Huh?
Do you want to write it in the back of this?
Yeah, you can write it in the back of that. Make a list and start your observations. Go. Get your stuff out and then start making your observations. Okay? All right, which one do you want to work on first? Huh? I don't know. If we don't know what it's called, what do we need to do to describe it? That's perfect. What do we need to do to describe that?
It's an octopus. Look, it has a lot of.
What can we do? What can we do to help describe that? What can we do? What are some things?
It's green.
Huh? Smell? So can we tell on odor what something is?
It stinks.
Oh, it stinks. Does it have an odor? Yes. Okay. What else can we do?
Like onion, touch it.
Yeah. You can touch it by feel. You can see it. What else? So what's the biggest indicator on that one right there?
Smell.
Smell, right? So if we had two vegetables that look the same, what can we do?
No.
Could you use smell to distinguish the two
You can
odors?
use Google and like just search them
You
up.
can use Google. That too. You could use Google. But could you, just by smell alone, could you tell distinguish between two vegetables that look the same? No. You couldn't? Huh?
You could.
Yes, you could, right? What else could you use to identify two vegetables that were the same? What else could we do? Huh?
Look at them.
By observing them, but they look both the same. I mean, both the vegetables look like that. So taste them. We could actually taste them, couldn't we? Right? Good. Write that down.
Can we taste it?
Huh? Do you want to taste that? Okay. All right. So this was supposed to have a pencil in there. Okay, or just grab one of these that's already in there. Okay, pull that out. Let's do this one right here. Let's describe that. Okay. What would we use to describe that with? What's a good description? It's rough? Okay, what else?
It's white.
Huh?
It's white.
It's white. Oh, good. Okay, and when we look at white, what is that telling us? Color, right? So we're looking at color. What else are we doing? You got this listed right here? Okay, you got that. Okay, now make a list. Okay, so what did you say that this was?
Rough.
Huh?
Rough.
It's rough. Write that down. Good. Okay, and then what else? And we said what was... Is it stretchy?
A little.
A little? Yeah, kind of, isn't it? Gives a little bit, yeah.
How are we supposed to do it?
Huh?
I can't supposed to do it.
Oh, that's S-T-R-E. Yeah, you got it. Good. Okay, what else? What else can we use to describe this?
It's white.
We already said that.
Folds.
What did you say?
It folds.
What?
It folds.
It folds. Okay. Keep going with all those. You guys are doing good. Perfect. Here, let's use this one right here, because that one's missing some things right there. Okay, so make sure that's got everything in there that we're describing. Okay, where are we at over here? Where are we at? Huh? So why are you copying over here? Why do you need to copy?
No, they know.
Oh, they know?
I'm just writing it down and copying.
Yeah, but if we're observing something, let's do this one real quick, okay? How about this object right here? What about this object? How can we describe that, Raphael?
Small.
Small, okay.
It's hard.
Write that down.
Where?
I don't know, make a list. Just
Oh, I forgot it. Okay.
make the list.
What's called? Paper clip.
Okay, how can we describe that?
Uh,
You said small, right? Small, what else? What's another physical characteristic? Hard to bend. That's a good one. So it could be, what would be a different one besides hard to bend? What would be another word that we could use? Something that's hard to bend. What's a word for that?
I don't know.
Can we bend this pen?
No.
Why? How come?
Non-bendable.
Can't bend it. Why?
Metal? Plastic?
It's plastic, but why? What's wrong with it? How come it's not flexible?
It doesn't have something to flex.
Why is it, if it's not flexible, what do we say it is?
Non-flexible.
Besides that, I mean, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, non-flexible. But like metal, why is metal so hard to bend? What do we say? It's hard. That would be a good one, right?
Yep.
What about if it's stiff? Can it be stiff? I mean, does anybody get sore and then your legs are sore? Do you want to bend them? What do we say? Oh man, I'm stiff, right? Right?
I just say I'm sorry.
You just say you're sore? Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess maybe when you get older, you'll be like me and then get up, my knees get stiff and they don't want to work. What else can we use to describe this?
Small.
Besides small,
It's silver.
look at it. What is it?
Silver.
Silver. What else? Wand?
Holds paper.
Huh?
Holds paper.
How do you know it holds paper?
It doesn't hold it, but like you use it to put paper
Kind of
together.
like a squirrel.
How do you know that it holds paper?
Because it's a paper clip.
Because it opens.
Yeah, but we don't know it's a paper clip.
It opens.
Yeah, opens
It what?
It opens.
It opens?
Yeah.
How does it open?
with the
Like that.
Huh?
you bend it.
You bend it? Okay, but we just said it was stiff. It wasn't bendable, right? But is it now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we write that down.
Wait, was it?
What did you say?
Just say hard to bend.
Yeah, I already
Hard to
put that.
bend. Did you put that? Okay. Put that down. Are you writing that down?
Huh?
Okay. What else?
You been writing it down? Yeah.
What else? What else? What does it look like besides? I mean, you got to be descriptive.
Looks kind of like a squirrel. Like a swirl. Not a
A swirl. Oh, that's a good description. I like that. But what else? What about metal? What are we looking at metal? Most metal does what? That we identified as metal.
What do you mean?
Is this metal?
No.
Copper.
That's not metal?
Oh yeah. I thought it was plastic.
Do you think? But how do you know it's plastic though? How would you think it was plastic? What would say that it was metal?
Because it's hard.
It's hard? Is this hard?
Yeah.
Can we put that down as a description? Okay. What else? What else that? What? See, this is metal and this is metal. What descriptions here tells us that that's
Shiny.
metal? Oh, shiny. That's a good one. Nice. All right, fellas. What do we got going on over here? And ladies.
Come on now.
I know. What do we got going on? What do we got? What about this one right here?
Oh, paper clip.
I know. How do we describe that?
It's the bendable
bendable.
metal device.
Bendable.
And it's shiny.
It's shiny.
And it's small.
And it's small. Yeah. What else?
Metal.
Metal. Is that about all the description you can get out of that one?
Hold the paper with it.
Huh?
And it's metallic.
Metallic. Okay, that's a good description, right? Good.
What's this called?
I don't know. Describe that. That's a great
plastic
question.
paper.
What is this called?
Plastic paper.
What is that called? Describe that. Okay, how are we doing over here? Are we describing? What do we got for our list?
We have texture, smell, weight, and color.
For what? What do we? Oh, this right here. What do we got going on for this? How do we describe
We
that?
have the texture of a cloth.
But do we know it's cloth?
We believe it's cloth.
So you don't know if it's cloth or not, so we're describing it. Like we're gonna.
Fabric, yeah.
Yeah, it's fabric.
How do you know it's fabric?
Because I have some at home.
Oh, because you have some at home, but we got to be descriptive though.
Because of the
Okay,
texture.
what's the physical property that we can
It's kind
describe?
of rough.
It's kind of rough, right? Okay, it's rough. What else? Huh?
It's rough, it's like flexible, not flexible, it's like
It is what, stretchy? Like you can move it. Stretchy.
You can move in all different ways.
Okay. Keep going. Keep making your list. Yes.
What does this mean?
What does this mean?
What was the smallest number of characteristics required to identify an object?
Yeah. What are we identifying? What's some of our characteristics? So did you make a list for each one of those?
Like this?
Did you make a list for this? What is your characteristics for that? To describe that? Huh? Well, I know you could say it's an onion, but are we sure? What are the characteristics of
But
it?
it is though.
It's green. What else?
It's nasty.
Like nasty. Tell me. Be more descriptive on that.
Nasty mouth. Like, it smells bad.
Smells bad.
It has a strong
Odor. It's got a strong odor, right? Green, strong odor. Do we make a list like that? Did you guys do that? Yeah, right here on this paper. Yes. So you guys got to follow these directions right here, right? Right. What is number 3? Make a list. Right. Make a list. Very good. All right. Do we got a list over here? What do you got? What else?
She just got the.
Let me give me another list, okay? Give me something else. Yes. Good. All right. All right, Trinity, give me another list. What do you think we can describe on what's one of these? Pick one of these that you think you can describe pretty good. Which one? The onion? Do you know it's an onion? Huh? I can't hear you. Speak up. You smelt it. So is that what is that when we smelt something? What do we call that? That's a description, right? What's the description? Can somebody help her out? What do we when we smell something? It gives off a what?
Scent.
Odor or scent, right? Okay, so write down odor. This give off an odor, right? The onion. What else can we use to describe that?
It's green. There's like a little.
It's green in it.
There's a little bunch of this stuff on the bottom.
It's green. Can we taste it? Okay, if we had two vegetables that were together, that looked just exactly the same, what could we use to describe that?
Smell.
By the odor, right? And what else?
And taste.
Taste. We can do taste. What else? Color. Yeah, you can't. Okay. What else, Damien? That about it?
How big is it?
How big is it? So if it's small or large? Okay, so what do you consider that right there?
Size.
Small or large? Large. Okay. Put that description down.
I put
Good.
size.
Okay. Now everybody's got some pretty good lists going on. I like it. All right. So then our next thing is we need to answer those questions on the back. But first, before we answer those questions, I want to do something real quick. Okay. I want one group to give a description of one of their items and see if we can guess that. Okay? So let's go with this group right here. I want to go with this group right here. Let me see your list. Where's your list at?
Right here.
Where's your list of items?
Of items?
Yeah. What was this? Did you make a descriptive list of this?
No.
Oh, you didn't? Weren't we supposed to do that? Huh?
Yes.
Ooh, hey, I had people talk about what we're supposed to do. Were we supposed to make a list of descriptions, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we got some people that have it made. I mean, I come back over here and I seen this, but that's all you made a list for, right? What were we supposed to describe? Somebody repeat that.
Everything in the bag.
Everything in the bag, right? Yeah. So you should have a list of descriptions, right? So who's got a list of descriptions for me? Let's go over here. Okay, which one do you have? Besides that one, do you have another list?
It's the bottom is white and it goes to green.
This one? Strong odor.
Like
Okay, eyes and ears. Here we got. Now, can you describe, can anybody guess this? Eyes and ears. Okay, go ahead and tell the class what your list is. Go ahead.
strong odor. It's green. It's squishy. It looks like a vegetable. The bottom is white and it goes to green.
Okay, so if we say it looks like a vegetable, is that a physical description?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, no.
No, it's not. It looks like I could say the tennis. Yeah, I could say the tennis balls look like a vegetable, right? Right. But you had some good descriptions, right? What's the first one?
Strong odor.
Strong odor.
Oh, it's like onion.
Okay. What's the next one?
It's green.
It's green. So can we go with two of those descriptions and automatically pick it up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with this group over here. One more.
It was easy because
Okay. Give me, quit. God, you're not going to learn nothing if you do that. You, give me a description.
Alright.
Give me one. Don't tell us what it is. Give me a description. Loud and proud so everybody can hear you.
It's metal, like plastic. Metal plastic. It's silver. Those are so
Keep going.
shiny.
Shiny.
Roll
Hold it. Quiet, please, ladies.
Looks like a squirrel.
Say it again.
Looks like a squirrel.
Looks like a squirrel.
Swirl.
Okay, so if we say, a swirl.
Yeah, swirl.
Excuse me, swirl. Does everybody know what that is?
a paper clip.
Paper clip. Did you guys get that or were you listening? You were listening? Okay, so paper clip. Good. All right, now you guys have one. Give me a different list of something. Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's orange wood with metal and red with lead.
What is it? Pencil. Good. Those are all good descriptions. Are those all physical properties?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So let's go to our questions here. What's our one question? It says, what characteristics did you rely on uniquely to identify the object in the bag? So on each one of those, you write down what did you do uniquely. Write down those descriptions. Does everybody understand that? Write down the descriptions. Do that now. Go.
My stomach hurts.
I was gonna say it's that milk that you drink with the
Okay, write down some of your best descriptions on that question.
One question second.
Number one. So she already made a list. That's perfect. She's already made descriptions, right? Yes. Very good.
I do it beforehand.
Good. No, that's good. So we had.
I have a list.
Smell. Okay, good. Keep going. I need a whole list of everything that you described. Give me your best descriptions on the whole list. So it should be easy just to write down what we've already said. You guys already wrote down what's your best descriptions?
Yeah.
Yep, quickly. On number one.
Color, the feel, odor, and size.
Water size. Good. Good.
The smallest number of characteristics.
Okay, let's go to question number 2 real quick. It's a simple question. What is the smallest number of descriptions that we used? The number. What was the smallest? 4. 4? Okay, write down 4. Anybody got smaller than 4?
3.
3? Write that down if you have 3. Anybody else?
2.
2. You got 2. What was the 2 words?
The plastic paper.
Plastic paper.
Oh yeah, I only got 2.
What was
I
that?
got 3 actually.
Plastic and paper. Is paper a physical property?
Yes. So I got another one.
Is paper a physical property? It's not, is it? No. So 3 probably, right? Oh, except for, what did you have? A strong odor and what else? Green. That's kind of 2, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of 2. We could possibly go with that. Let's go with that. Put down 2. Okay, next question. Since everybody's got those down, and some of you have got 3, some of you got 4. That's good. What's our next question? Let's see. Our next question is, the objects in your bag were limited in number. If you consider all the objects in the world, is it possible to uniquely identify an object based on just one characteristic?
No.
Could we identify anything in this entire world by you saying one thing?
No.
Is that possible?
Unless you say it's actual.
Anything is possible.
Okay, anything is possible, but can you think of something that I could describe by one word?
Glue.
Plastic. A water bottle.
Isn't it cut plastic as well?
The smell.
Can we do it in one word?
No.
Okay, well then write down no. Hold on, we're gonna go. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah, I can let you go. Okay, you're almost done with yours anyway. Okay. All right, now, last question. What's the last question? If you were given to unidentified objects with no obvious physical differences between them, such as 2 white powders. Okay, we got 2 white powders. How can we identify the 2 white powders? What can we use to identify them? What physical characteristics, physical properties that we could use to identify 2 white powders that are different?
How they feel.
Write that down. What did you say?
How they feel.
How they feel?
Yeah.
Cooper, what do you got?
I put smell and other stuff.
Smell?
And I have another thing. Oh, how they taste.
But instead of smell, could we say odor?
Oh, yeah. And then how they taste. The taste.
Do we want to taste 2 unidentified white powders?
What if it's salt or something?
We don't know that. Do we want to really
No,
taste it?
we don't.
What can we use to help identify those
Actually,
besides
the
odor?
more I think about it,
Oh, we can see if
given that it says white
can see
powder,
what
I
happens when it
kind
mixes
of
with
don't
another
want
thing.
to.
We can what?
We can do tests on it, like
Like what kind of test?
Unless it's that
pour
one,
it
you
and
can't-
put one in water and put in another and put one in water to see what happens.
Yeah, what do we call that? What is that called? When we
The
mix that.
solubility.
Solubility, yes. Good. Write that down. Solubility. Good.
Oh yeah, and we could also use all the other tests that we did. Could we use all the other tests like flammability?
Flammability. Could we use flammability on a white powder?
Yeah.
See if it lights on fire?
Yeah, but wouldn't that be a damage?
You don't know that. It's a white powder. Good one. Write that one down. Good. Are you writing this down? What can you use to identify, Trinity, 2 white powders that are the same? We talked about a vegetable, right? Right? What could you do to identify 2 white vegetables that we talked about? What was it? Huh? On a vegetable? Trinity, what do you think on the vegetable? When we talked about that, what did we say? What was the distinguishing?
Taste.
Huh? Taste. What else? Smell. Write that down, please. Okay. Okay, you guys writing that down? Okay. Get that written down.
I know you want to.
All right. After you get done writing that down, please start picking up the tabs. One last thing. I got to ask everybody.
What's up?
Can you identify certain objects by their physical properties now?
Yeah.
Yes? Can we do that? Are you able to do that? Yes? Perfect. All right, pick up your stuff.